Okay, so this is a special night, a special recording of a terrorist attack. A shooting happened at Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. It was a country music festival, and it was Jason Aldean. He was playing when it happened. And this is a terrible, terrible, terrible incident. And this part's been recorded afterwards because this is my intro. I get to capture this right when it was starting. And I was doing my walk when I first started reporting this. Thank God they got the shooter. Thank God. So, if you're watching this, watch it for historical points. You hear my replies, you hear my responses. Uh, all clubs and businesses are closed down. As is the latest breakup. But I'm going to go ahead and close. I'm going to put this together. I'm going to get it up on the internet. Not going to do any editing like I normally do. I usually clean my sound and all that. I'm just going to put it up. So here we go. Okay, it is October the 2nd, early in the morning, 2 a.m., 2:21. I'm doing my walk because I slept most of the day today. Appears we have another shooting going on. You can hear my TV in the background. It's on MSNBC, and I'm not sure if this is actually live or recorded. It says live. But it says police on the scene after reports of multiple people shot on Las Vegas Strip. And they've got a whole bunch of cops out there, a whole bunch of SWAT teams, so it looks like it's a pretty bad shooting. It's probably related to all this crap that's going on. Maybe another ISIS attack, who knows? They're not saying on the news what it is. It could be any of those things. You got the Antifa people gearing to get things started. They're even talking about blaming Christians and conservatives and gun owners and all kinds of other stuff. Then you had all that junk with the NFL going on. Looks to me like they made them sit then tonight. I'm not sure because I was just flipping through TV and I saw them sitting on the bench pouting. We'll just see. If this has been another terror attack, let's watch the patriotism spark. And when these ball players start being patriotic, I'm going to say hell no. Because they have spent the whole week. And there's a SWAT team out there right now on the streets of Las Vegas. And if they've spent this whole week being anti-patriotic, and if they start being patriotic now, I'm going to tell them hell no. Because it's possible it's another terror attack. Now, I know I'm jumping the shark here. Because they're not reporting what it is. They're just saying that a shooting's happened. It's in Las Vegas. It was some kind of music festival. But all I see is just judging from the MSNBC, and I know who we're talking about. I'm over on the other TV, so I can't change the channel. It's on the other channels in the living room. They're moving in like they're going to war or something, so I have a feeling this is a bad terrorist attack. That's what I'm thinking. Because they're looking like they're going to war. This is just my first early thoughts. And I'm just going by what I'm seeing on the TV here. And there's a vehicle with a bunch of police officers that are walking like they're soldiers in Iraq or something. And it's so it looks pretty bad. I bet this is a terrorist attack. And we'll see if the patriotism starts again with these. And I know maybe I'm being vain. I don't know. Maybe I'm being petty. But I'm not going to sit and watch them be patriotic after they spent the whole entire last 2 or 3 weeks being anti-American scumbags, trying to get a race war started in this country. That may be what this is right here. It may be one of their goons trying to kill cops. One cop did get killed, I think. Shot or killed, either one. But it's some kind of terror attack. It's some kind of attack. Either way, it's terrorism. Just seeing that truck of the people walking like soldiers is terrorism to me, whether it's a terrorist attack or not. It was a country music event. It's called the Harvest Festival. Mandalay Bay in Las Vegas. And I'm just giving you the reports from the television. MSNBC, I'm making the point here. It's MSNBC. I kind of just stumbled into it by accident. I was trying to find a channel to leave it on because I got this thing that sends the signal from my room from the living room to my bedroom, and that's what I'm watching right now. We only have one of the cable boxes, so I'm currently putting the cable box in my room. It's real staticky, but it works. So it was a country music festival called the Harvest Festival. It was in Las Vegas, and then they heard some shootings going on inside it. That's from what I can make out from the televisions. My television's kind of low, and because it's 2 a.m., 2:30, and that means it's about 11 p.m. over there, I'm guessing. 11:27. If I've got my clock right in my head, I've counted in my head. So I've been walking 6 minutes now. I'm just doing this recording while I'm walking. Just giving my thoughts on this late breaking news. A whole bunch of police cars and 2 ambulances. A bunch of people have already been taken to the hospital. Some of them are fatally shot. Some of them are fatally wounded. And just like Alex Jones was doing that day, he was on when the Boston bombing happened. And I've got no info coming in. I'm not listening to any other people other than MSNBC. I don't trust MSNBC. And I'm hoping this really is live and not pre-recorded. Because sometimes these news channels, they overplay their footage from the day. From what I can tell, it's live. Like I said, I can't just flip through the TV to see. I don't want to be babbling about something that's already happened that ain't live. Because I'm live walking. Of course, it'll be recorded by the time I put it up. Let's see. Well, I can't. I don't have a way to turn the television. I've got a regular TV hooked up too, but this is from the living room. This feed. They keep pushing people further and further away from the scene. Some people are reporting more than one shooter. Now, they always do this. Every shooting, there's always more than one shooter. And then it turns out there was only one, or at least they tell that there's only one. This has been a long 15 minutes. It's only going into the 9th minute. That means I've got 6 minutes to go. But I didn't get a chance to walk earlier today because, like I said, I slept all day. I actually didn't go to bed. I set my alarm so I could watch Pastor Peacock. And so I went to sleep. I even missed the evening service because I slept late. And I was getting my shower around the time it went on and I forgot to watch it. Normally I watch both the first service in the mornings and the evening service at 4:45. I woke up at 4:30. Going into the 10th minute here, so that means I got 5 minutes left to walk. I don't know if the shooting's still going on or it's over. Or they're just dealing with the aftermath or what. So I've got 4 minutes and 30 seconds left. I hope my back can hold up because it's giving. Let's see if I can give this television a little more volume so I can hear what they're saying. It's real low.
Also, that witness described in the same time period hearing the sound of two different firearms. Now, we can't be sure that that's police responding to a shooter or the shooter shooting back.
I remember they always claim this. They always claim there's more shooters, and then it turns out there's only one shooter, or so they tell us. We never really know with the media. They lie about everything. It'd be kind of good if InfoWars was 24 hours and had ground troops everywhere. Of course, that's going to be impossible to, get them everywhere. But I guess he could probably get out some of his audience out. If some of them would. That'd be really, really nice because you can't trust anything that these people say. They're a bunch of liars. And people can throw off on Alex Jones and call him crazy and this and that. But at the end of the day, InfoWars has the best news out of all of them. I saw this video, interesting video on the football thing. And it showed something about the Department of Defense actually paying the NFL to do all this patriotic stuff so they can get boys to line up and sign up for their wars. Now, if that's true, and that would be the reason they were taking their knees, I would support that. Because I had to listen to that indoctrination one time at that festival in Alabama. I made such a stink about because the woman that was there that let me in, that was searching me, asked me was I a terrorist or had explosive bombs on me. And I made such a big deal out of it. But I was thinking in my head, and I should have said it. Well, it's kind of stupid. Because if you was going to have something like that, you wouldn't tell them. That's how dumb they really are. Of course, they're doing that for a reason. You see, that can be another one of their charges. If they ever get somebody alive, they never can get them alive. But that'd be one of their charges because they lied to them. And you know, a lot of them are undercover officers, and at that event, it was military people. So you'd be lying to one of their people. I'm pretty sure this woman was military. She had that sound. She had that look, too. They always got a rough edge look to them. But
Stay locked down, listen to what the police tell you.
all things being, I sat there in that concert that night while seeing Hinder, listening to indoctrination videos just over and over again. I was just so sick to death of it by the time I come home. Hearing that how we need to join the army. You know that voice that rolls, the one on the commercials, trying to get you to join the U.S. Marines and the U.S. Army and the U.S. Navy and all of that. And he's trying to sell it, and he's selling it real good. He's trying to get you to sign up. That was what I listened to all night, just over and over again. Blah, blah, blah. I was sick of it. I get sick of the indoctrination myself. I'm disabled, but I wouldn't have signed up if I hadn't been disabled, because I don't agree with your wars. You're not protecting America. You're enslaving the rest of the world. And that's going to have to, I'm going to finish this recording. And you can actually hear the static now that I'm turned it up a bit. But I just turned it up a bit so I could hear what was going on.
And away from a lot of the staging area for police. We've seen a lot of movement for law enforcement over the last few minutes up and down the boulevard. We can see a lot of the helicopters. They're kind of circling around.
And that's it for my walk.
Several different agencies out here dealing with this as well. But you can see, just look at this. We have families on vacation right here with their luggage, families and children, and they're having to experience this like so many others right now, all wondering what's going on and when will this end. We just saw a SWAT vehicle move in.
There's another SWAT coming in. Okay, I'm gonna close. Okay, I am through walking. I have turned to Fox News now. I've turned to my actual television.
So hopefully we will be able to get some more information.
I would trust them over even CNN or MSNBC or not like I do InfoWars.
If you can pan to the right, you could see.
I wanted to give some more thoughts on
waiting here. They were told to exit the Mandalay Bay.
Las Vegas police on Twitter reports there's an active shooter near and around Mandalay Bay Casino.
And then further down, we've seen some tourists who are international.
Hospital reports multiple gunshot wounds.
Just waiting out here. Thankfully,
Fox News alert.
This ceiling above us of sorts. It's almost like an underground bridge. So this is an area that is somewhat protected or feels protected. That's why you're seeing a lot of people gather.
Yeah, it was 11:41 p.m. in Las Vegas, so I was right on my counting in the head. I was saying it was about 11 p.m. there. So it's still 10-1, 10-1-1-7, 10-0-1-1-7. Zeros never count, of course.
So we will be working to get some more information for you. Guys, back to you. All right, Abby, thank you so much.
7 plus 1 is 8, 10 plus 1 is 9, 98.
This is a Fox News alert. I'm Kelly Wright in New York. We're focusing on Las Vegas, where Las Vegas police at this hour responding to reports of at least one
11.
shooter in the Mandalay Bay Casino.
No, it's 11.
There may be more than one shooter. The entire situation
8.
in complete chaos along the strip. A barrage of
118.
people screaming.
That's it.
Police have locked down the entire
Let's see. 1 plus 10 is 11.
Hospitals have reported
11 plus 8.
with gunshot wounds.
You add the 8 to the...
On the exact number of people injured.
I'm not sure. I don't remember how that works. I don't remember if you take that 11 and that 8 and put it together. So that'd be 11, 12, 13. That'd be the number 18. If you put the two together. I always think of those things. But it's 11-2 here on the East Coast. So it'd be, 10-2, not 11-2, sorry. So that'd be 10, 11, 12. And then an 8. 12, 8. And if you add that together, it'd be 8. 20. I'm tired, so I may be counting wrong. Talking about that numerology stuff of the Illuminati. It ain't funny, by the way. This ain't funny. This is terrible. I'm just saying what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about the Illuminati stuff.
One gentleman, unfortunately, happened to get shot by me, myself, and two of the patrons that he was with helped carry him to EMT and EMS. He was out, and myself and a few other security guards, some other civilians, we all gave hands helping transport bodies. There was a lot of people that were shot, unfortunately. It just sucks that something like this would happen in such a peaceful event.
Britton, maybe you guys don't know, he's former Special Forces with the Marines. You were working security tonight. You obviously have familiarity with
I bet this is ISIS. I bet this is ISIS. It's probably another ISIS-inspired shooting, just like the Orlando thing. They're about dead, thank God. The problem is their rats are scattered everywhere. Just like I said, they're rats. Their rodent turds are all over everywhere.
The area that we had for medics that was set up for the event was completely flooded with people. I myself carried, with other people, we carried at least 4 or 5 people to the EMT area.
Were they shot and all of them shot? Were they hurt from other ways?
You had 2 people that I know for sure that were trampled. A few others, like I said, the one gentleman was shot top of the head, another gentleman was shot in the leg, a lady was shot in her side. There was another lady that caught another round to the side of her head. It was an ugly scene.
And we're hearing from a high level. What I've been told a police officer was shot again. A lot of stuff is still fluid. That the gunmen or gunmen, and maybe 2, were shooting from possibly as high up as the 30th floor. Have you, with being former military, do you think did it seem like it was coming from above?
Well, what we were told from what everyone heard was the shooter was coming from the Mandalay Bay on the 20th floor.
Okay.
They said that cops seen where the actual spectrum light was shining from where whoever was shooting, and then they said it was another shooter that had made his way over to the Tropicana parking lot. Somehow he made it inside the building.
So that's just down the street again. We're in all sorts of different.
According to the guy who was doing the security, a former,
The other thing I want to ask you also.
I think they said Marine.
Also,
I'm going on memory. He just said there was 2 shooters. Now, there may be more than 2.
how many actors have been leaving? I mean, what's
That'll be an important
half an hour?
when the whitewashing starts. That'll be important.
Anywhere between 5 to 10 minutes, you're looking at anywhere between like 4 to 5 animals coming in and out.
Okay. We're going to appreciate your time. You leave your information with our producer if you don't mind.
Sounds like a pretty bad shooting.
Tell them where we are. We're on Reno, right here, Reno Street. You look right here, you can see every side streets. I'm sorry, you were talking a minute ago.
I'm doing this to capture it because those first moments of an attack is always the most important. Because anytime they whitewash anything, the whitewashing always happens afterwards.
They told us is safe, but obviously to stay back from them, so that's what we're going to do. But this is an area, if you look over to my left here, Kelly, we're 1 block up and 1 block to the east.
I'm going to add this with my walk
right there. The
tape
concert
and
taking place right across the street. Route 91 Festival. We're told it was the final song Jason Aldean was singing. That's what the
Jason Aldean was playing when the shooting had started.
Scenes like this, people as they get released, coming out from the hotels, from the nearby areas around here. Of course, there's all sorts of places to stay. There's the Luxor, there's the Delano, there's that right there is the Tropicana, and then the MGM off in the distance.
These dirty, rotten, filthy, stinking bastards.
Ask them as they take and helping people to get to safety. We know one of our interns actually is hiding in a nearby hotel. Did you guys just come out of the concert? Okay, they're coming out, obviously.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk it this way, guys.
They must have got whoever the shooters was because these people are coming out.
In Las Vegas. Normally this time of night is a very busy, crowded. Pat, you guys a question? You guys inside the concert?
Yep.
I heard that Jason Aldean was singing when this started, that the fire was coming from, and it was chaos.
Yes, that is correct.
What was it like when it was all happening? Where were you guys at? What did you hear? What did you see?
We were just on the rail enjoying the concert, and it sounded like fireworks. And then all of a sudden, everybody started scattering and gunfire, and people were running everywhere, and complete chaos.
Where'd you guys go?
We got down along the rail and moved along the rail to the exit, and then we got back. I worked in the trauma tent.
We'll get me some water and we'll be right back. I'm going to leave it recording.
We've been told a lot of people were shot or trampled, or there's a lot of injuries.
There were a lot of injuries. The rest of the information you should definitely get from the police.
What was the trauma tent like?
There was a lot of emergency medical personnel running around, walking around, treating everybody. There was a doctor and or a nurse, and she took charge and triaged everybody. and then the ambulances started showing up and getting people out. It was run well. You know, those kinds of places sometimes aren't set up for that, so they did a good job with what they had to work with.
So it's been about an hour or so since this all happened. Where have you guys? You've been in the trauma tent the whole time? Have you been hiding out? What have you been doing?
He was in the trauma tent, and I was hanging out with a police officer in like a secure area.
Where are you guys from? You guys from here?
We're from St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Just here on vacation?
Right.
Just for the
Right.
concert.
Just came in for the concert?
Right.
I mean, surreal.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And just chaotic. Just completely chaotic.
I'm glad you guys made it out, and I'm sure they appreciate your help in the trauma tent. We're going to keep walking this way, guys. Kelly, we're meeting people like this as you come down the street. At 10:30 or so, our hotel is about maybe 2 miles up the street from here, off the strip. You could hear the sirens in mass, Kelly. I haven't heard that kind of response in San Bernardino, and it was just from every direction you saw sirens coming this direction. We're about to talk, we're going to walk towards the strip. Right now, you're walking right towards where Luxor would be, just to the left here. You can see there is a massive police response in every side street, as you might imagine. I've seen ambulances come and leave the scene from all directions. Again, 10:30 or so was when we started noticing it. We first got the call and made our way down here. Now, we're going to cut through this parking lot over here. It looks like they're setting up possibly some sort of command center to my left. But again, the Mandalay's over here, Kelly. We've heard reports of a police officer being shot. We've seen police officers in tactical gear going door to door in some of the businesses, telling people to get inside. There's guys right there running in the back with the back of it open. There's a police helicopter coming right now, Kelly, so it's very fluid here. We're in an area that's considered to be secure, but inside the crime scene area. That's kind of like a dual layer, so to speak. There's one more layer outside where we are, where they're holding everybody else back. And then past where these police officers are here would be considered inside the actual location where there are still a lot of uncertainties. Now, to my right here, Eric, show the right, that's where some people have said, potentially, in very fluid situation, we've seen this before with other breaking news attacks, potentially someone may have gone into that hotel and been found or not found in the parking garage.
They are actively investigating the shooting. The entire strip has been shut down.
Came from the Mandalay and potentially the 20th floor. We've heard 32nd. The man from the security, Brad, we spoke with, said it was 20th floor, former Marine, so he obviously tactically has a little bit of background on all this. And was able to talk about that a bit. You can see over there's the Luxor, the Delano.
Andrew, if I can just move your help to your report.
Go ahead, remove it. They're on the perimeter, so we're going to move over. Go ahead, what's going on?
Move it there, telling you to, but we had heard from one gentleman who was talking to our affiliate out there before you arrived on the scene. His name was Zach, and he said that his sister, where you're looking at the Mandalay Bay, actually saw shots being fired from there, and like the gentleman that you spoke to who's with the security team. Let me listen to this guy here first.
Got you some questions? Yeah, you got blood on you. That's not your blood.
No.
Tell me what you saw. Where'd this come from?
We were just helping.
That's all that matters. I understand it. And I'm not. Just tell me what you saw, what you heard. That's all I care.
All we were doing is pulling victims out.
That's all we're doing. We're getting people out that we could, and
Still
that's it.
breathing, we pulled out.
Still breathing. I mean, how many people are we talking about?
You got to talk to the cops.
Oh, yeah.
But it was a chaotic, I assume, right? I mean, what did you see? What'd you hear?
By the end of it, we estimated you both people call. We're getting people out of the fucking event.
All we're trying to do is get everybody out, though. That's
Obviously, country culture. There's a lot of people that are prior military, law enforcement, all that shit. We're trying to get people out. That's all that matters, right?
What did you? Were you guys in there? Jason, I think was performing. Tell me what you heard and how it all started.
it started popping. It sounded like firecrackers. Everybody ran.
At one point,
You just started seeing bloody people.
people need to start moving to the wall, being off the stage. As soon as he started running, is when everyone else started looking at it.
Jason ran off the stage, and then people started running themselves.
And then we calmed them down. We were just getting people out. We're just getting people out.
Yeah, we just did.
That's all we're doing.
Were you carrying people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We both were.
As long as they weren't,
Right.
gone.
You were trying to help whoever you could that needed help.
Yeah, we're trying to get people out. That's all that matters.
What are you feeling right now? I mean, it's got to.
Heartbroken.
Heartbroken.
Because anybody I met tonight, I told them that I'm an American and that we're brothers just because we're American tonight. And we wanted to save everybody. I don't care if you're not.
What the fuck everything else is saying, we don't give a fuck.
We appreciate it. you guys. All right, we're gonna head this way. All right, guys. We're gonna here. So we, as you can see, there's a lot of different, because it's a country concert, there are a lot of former, as he said, a lot of former military here, a lot of former police as well. So you've got people that are trying to help. At the same time, law enforcement, as they get to these certain areas, they will take over, force those areas, and appreciate the good Samaritans and move them back.
You know them. Bad news about this night is this almost happened in Chattanooga, where my mother and my sister was seeing Toby Keith. It actually happened tonight.
Thank you for your help. You can see there's even some ambulances stationed over here as well, Kelly. We're about a block north of Mandalay and a block in.
I'm just listening to the reports while I went to get me a water.
All the way out of this area. You can see some of the stuff over here that was staged for the concert. These are some of the trailers that were staged, Kelly. And there you see Reno blocked off by law enforcement. You can even see some of the flashing signs with, proceed with caution, special event, tonight's special event tonight, flashing over there in the distance. So people are still kind of coming out, Kelly. This is obviously very fluid, but by the sounds of it, this is a horrific situation over there, just outside the Mandalay Bay Hotel.
Just from the people you've spoken to alone, and from people we heard previously before you were able to get there on the scene, Adam, it is a night of chaos and heartbreak as we continue to follow the developments of this. Go ahead.
Kelly, I'm hearing right now the official report is 2 dead, 24 injured. That number is going to change. We know it. We don't know how much it's going to change, but right now, officially, they're saying 2 dead, 24 injured. Expect that to change throughout the night, Kelly.
That is the heartbreak that
2 dead, 24 injured.
That was supposed to be one apiece, and as the gentleman you spoke to earlier,
Some piece of
Adam,
trash
security officer
went in there and shot at innocent people trying to have a good time.
This was a peaceful event, and it's shameful that someone like this could come in and disrupt this kind of
Some
peace.
piece of smut that God will crush with his feet.
Can I ask you a question?
Jesus Christ will crush you. You animal, if you're still alive. I don't know if you're still alive or not. The police are searching for you, you animal, and you will pay, whoever you are. And if you're a Muslim, you're not going to get no virgins. You're going to get the fires of hell, you piece of crap. The fires of hell is coming for you and your Allah. That's my American rage. My American rage, and I don't care what people think about me. The animals need to be gotten out of our country. Now, I don't know for sure. I don't know that this is a terrorist attack. They're not telling much on the news, but I am betting the sound of it sounds like Islamic skank.
From where they have us, where they have it cordoned off. You can see multiple helicopters in here now. These are law enforcement.
I guess we'll find out soon.
Surveying the scene from above. At this point, they still haven't said the immediate.
It sounds like Islamic skank.
They have not cleared that area around the Mandalay.
Islamic skanks.
We're in the corner of
You will pay.
the street is, but it's basically just
I don't care who it is. I don't care what kind of event, what it was about. That person's burning in hell.
Las Vegas, that's true. It'd be crowded with a lot of people, even families being out there packed, enjoying the evening.
Yes.
That person is burning in hell.
It's the end of summer. Obviously, summer's over, so we still have warm nights here. We were out. I got dinner at 8 o'clock. Was not far from this area. We went back, and there was people walking in every direction on every street.
The info's finally starting to come out, and I'm just recording my first thoughts.
Traffic was kind of miserable, but you can see that the signs up here, proceed with caution, special event ahead. That was from tonight's concert, and this is what we're seeing right now. This is the actual response location, Kelly, right here on Reno. And you're walking in here, you're seeing ambulances. We're obviously mindful of the situation, so we do approach people and everything, Kelly.
As Toby Keith said, we'll kick your ass. It's the American way. You pieces of trash. I don't care who it is. Get out of my country. You anti-American scumbags. Even if it's them damn skanks in Antifa.
And just as some of your witnesses have said, others have...
I wonder what Jason Aldean's politics is. I haven't looked it up.
what unfolded.
But it kind of makes you wonder.
One person responding.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Kelly, I'm going to give you
I'm not even a fan of Jason Aldean.
For people who've been to Las Vegas, the southern part of the strip is right there. That's Mandalay Bay. That's where the shooting, we're told, took place at least possibly from a 20th floor. Next door is Delano and Luxor. Going up the strip this way, you'll see over here, obviously, New York. MGM is right there, and we have Tropicana. And we've got people obviously walking around that are in...
2 dead, 24
So you
wounded.
also have that to bring into effect.
In another disgusting shooting on the United States of American soil. This goes on all the time in Europe. Welcome to the new America. Welcome to the communist version. Welcome to the Islamic State. I bet this is Islam. I know I'm jumping the fence here. I bet this is Islam. Either way, it's one of these American scumbags.
Coming back to you as we do a reset. Adam Housley, stand by, please. For those of you just tuning in, this is a Fox News alert. I'm Kelly Wright, and what we're focusing on right now is what's happening in Las Vegas. It's a mass situation out there. This is a Fox News alert. I'm Kelly Wright in New York. Las Vegas police responding to reports of at least one active shooter near the Mandalay Bay Casino. There are reports
It's still
there
active.
more than one shooter. The entire situation causing complete chaos along the strip. A barrage of gunfire heard. People screaming.
God, deal with this individual now.
You can imagine that. So far, 2 reports.
In Jesus' name.
Injured. The shooting started.
Put a stop to him.
At the Route 29 Vegas Strip. That's where country singer Jason Aldean was performing at the time. He went on right after fellow country artist Jake Owen, who was still at the event. He tweeted, "Gunshots, Vegas, pray to God. Love you guys, love you Pearl." Adam Housley is on the scene right now. He's been reporting on the developments here within the past hour. Adam, what can you tell us?
Okay, Kelly, I'm going to resetting. I'm going to just let viewers know exactly where we are. Right behind me is the Mandalay Bay Hotel. The concert was taking place just across the street. In fact, we're on the other side of where the concert and the party was taking place. You can kind of see some of the setup, basically, if you will. It was inside there at the end of the concert.
I wonder if there was hollering Allah Akbar.
He was singing at the point in the last song of the set. All of a sudden, you could hear gunfire, and it was like firecrackers. I've heard some of the video on people's phones. It sounds like you were at a New Year's parade, and you hear that pop, 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 pop. When that happened, Jason Aldean took off running, and then everybody who was obviously at the concert just scattered. People started going down, being hit by gunfire. People were trampled. It was utter and complete chaos. No other way to explain it. At this hour, we've been told that just down the street there are dead bodies on the street, still on the sidewalk. You can see, actually, if you look close, I know it's nighttime, you can see a lot of different gloves that have been thrown off and gauze and things. So obviously there have been patients that were treated right there on the street. We've seen a number of ambulances leave, come and go. The last hour, by my watch, the last hour and a half throughout on the southern part of the strip, you can, and actually up to the mid part of the strip, you can hear law enforcement come from all directions. Here comes some police right now. They might be moving us back. Let's wait, guys. Maybe not. But you've seen these guys are on a tactical gear. We've been seeing police officers in tactical gear all over. Going down side streets, because at this point it's still an active crime scene. They don't know what they're dealing with. They don't know how many shooters. Been some reports there were 2 shooters. We're going to back up here as they're coming this way. Absolutely. You're moving back. No problem. So we're moving, as you can see, active everywhere you go to Kelly side streets. They're going door to door. In some places we've seen them talking to people, taking them into their apartments, checking on them. Okay, can I talk to you for a second, bud? Justin, can I ask you a question? We're walking back with you. Yeah, sure. Come over there. We know some people that were hiding in nearby hotels. I talked to one of our former interns who called me within maybe a few minutes, and her family fled, jumped in somebody else's car, and basically hid in the basement of a hotel. What's your name? Justin. You got blood on you.
Flights in and out of Las Vegas, McCree Airport, have been temporarily halted.
I'll tell you what, man, I was here enjoying the concert just like every other fellow American here. And, things happen, brother. What goes on here isn't American. That's not what we're about. And this is not okay. Other people run, that's okay. That's on them. I'm here for everybody else.
How many people did you help? How many
7.
did you see down?
How many people did I see down? Probably close to 20.
In various, obviously.
This guy helped 27 and he saw 20.
Close up here. Everyone who I thought, you know, has passed on, they have their articles of my clothing, covering their eyes, covering part of their body. Everyone who I saw breathing, I help, man. None of this is mine. I'm here for everybody else, brother.
What are you thinking right now? I can't even imagine.
Look, man. I'm an American. I'm proud of where I'm from. I carry a weapon. Obviously, you can't carry in here. You know, that's their deal. That's the, you know, what they're proud of, whatever. Not me, man.
Where were you when the shot started? I heard Jason Aldean.
That man's an American.
Correct. It sounded like fireworks. He took off running. Kind of explain where you were, what you heard.
So it did sound like fireworks. I've been around guns my whole life. I did not hear a single after percussion where it would have made you think that it was a firearm. Maybe because of the people that were there, but it did sound like fireworks. I got tagged in my hand. I don't know, maybe glass, something. As soon as I felt that, I got all my friends. I said, get out. And I ran the other way, man. I'm here to help people, so.
How many people are still in there injured? Have they got most everybody out? Are there other people still in it like you that helped out?
Look, man, everybody...
Police say one shooter is officially down. Thank God. Thank you, Lord. Now get the other one if he exists.
And sorry, I didn't mention the circumstances, but okay.
I just prayed to get that one shooter. Let's get the other one.
Confirmed that one suspect is down.
One suspect is down, we know, guys.
Let's get this other shooter.
But one suspect is down. We don't know if there's more than one. We don't know if there's more than one suspect, but one suspect is down. As you heard from the witness right there, Kelly, anybody past where we were just standing, anybody past...
And if you're a Muslim scumbum,
if they're a victim, they're not alive.
you're burning and you've met your devil right now.
That is so disheartening.
But no matter who you are, you've met your devil. If you're one of them devil worshippers, if you're one of them Antifas, if you're one of these Black Lives Matter, and I don't know why they attack a country concert, if you're one of them, you're burning in hell right now.
Steer clear of the area. We have all the resources from Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department as well as our partner agencies coming down to bear on this situation.
Where you belong.
So please stay away from the area. We have had reports of people coming down trying to help. We got that, so we're good right now. So
I'm sure the guy that says all these are staged is getting prepared to say this one's staged too, especially since the accident with Marilyn Manson and the guns last night. I can hear it coming. He might be right on some of the things, but I don't know about all of it.
As of now, what I can confirm is we do have one suspect down, and we want people to steer clear of the area.
One suspect down. Thank the Lord.
So we were listening to the news conference right there. They're still asking him questions right now, but the police officer is basically stating that we have numerous victims right now. One suspect is down. We heard Adam report about that well. Let's listen again to what this officer is saying.
He won't shoot anybody else.
What we do know right now is that Las Vegas police say one suspect is down after shooting at the country music festival. So far, 2 reported dead, 24 injured. The entire situation caused a complete chaos along the strip. A barrage of gunfire being heard early in the time, and many people thought it was just firecrackers. Then they noticed that it kept continuing. People began screaming, fleeing the scene. The shooting started during that concert at the Route 91 Vegas Strip. Country singer Jason Aldean had been performing at the time. He went on right after fellow country artist Jake Owen, who was still at the event. He tweeted, "Gunshots, Vegas. Pray to God. Love you guys. Love Pearl." We have Adam Housley standing by with us right now on the Las Vegas Strip. Adam, what can you tell us about in terms of what's going on there on the scene?
Well, another guy, a couple other guys just walked out. You guys just walked out from over where the crimes or where the shooting took place.
Since one of the shooters is officially shot, I'm going to stop my coverage right now. But if I see any breaking and developing news, I'll be back.
Okay. Good luck. Glad you're okay. All right. Thank you guys. All right. Yeah, as you mentioned, it was the end of the concert, so you have guys in you know, that had been enjoying themselves. We're gonna walk this way. Okay, come this way, guys. We're gonna cross the street on Reno because we're staying back. Police officers in this area have asked us to stay over in this area, out of their way, which of course we're gonna do. Look at Kelly. This is a cooler. This is a freezer. Blood on the side. somebody's laid up against it, either injured or who've been helping people. You can see blood all over the freezer in the middle of the street, Kelly. This is downtown Las Vegas.
This street was packed. Las Vegas.
And this street was packed an hour and a half ago, Kelly. Now walk this way, Barnes, come this way with me. We're going to cross the street because they talked about staying out of the area in that press conference, meaning people coming out here trying to help and get involved. The area is the southern part of the strip. If you've been to Las Vegas, the airport's directly behind my camera. So I was pointing right through this TV screen. That's where the airport is. To my right, Mandalay Bay, the furthest south hotel on the strip.
The airport's been closed.
Higher-end hotel. We're told that's where they believe potentially the time the shooter came to the 20th floor, Kelly. The information continues to change. We're going to go back to you in New York, and we'll have more information for you here shortly, Kelly.
All right, Adam Housley, thank you for reporting for us from the strip in Las Vegas, where there's just a terrible unfolding of horror and tragedy tonight. We're going to pause for a moment to let our Fox stations join us, and we'll continue to keep you updated in terms of what's happening. As you've been watching Adam Housley, many people who are fleeing that scene, or at least some of them who are fleeing, others ran towards the shooting and towards those who had been injured to try to render aid and help them, get better, to help them recover. And we're going to pause for one moment to let our Fox stations join us now. This is Fox News coverage of a multiple shooting on the Las Vegas Strip. I'm Kelly Wright in New York, and all eyes at this time are on what's unfolding right there in Las Vegas. Earlier in the night, there was a concert going on, the Harvest Festival. 3 days have been going on. 3 days of fun, 3 days of family fun, country music playing in the air. Many people were there, Eric Church, Jason Aldean, and then something twisted happened, something sinister. They heard gunshot fire, and they thought at first it was just firecrackers. It turned out to be shootings, and people are dead, people are wounded. Our Adam Housley has been following the developments on the ground there in Las Vegas. He's on the strip where everything at this hour is shut down and on lockdown. People who are there are ordered to stay in place. Adam, what can you tell us?
This is what the screen says. At least 2 dead, 24 wounded, 12 critically injured in shooting on the Las Vegas Strip.
We believe, and at least a lot of witnesses believe, and some law enforcement we spoke to believe, that may have come to the 20th floor of the Mandalay Bay Hotel, which was across the street from the festival. That's when Jason Aldean ran. That's when everybody else started to run. We know that people have been injured by being trampled and by being shot. 2 dead so far, 24 injured according to police officers, and that the shooter is down. People are walking out. Obviously, this area has people in various states of clarity because of the fact of what they've seen. Also, it was the end of a concert festival. You'll see blood. You see blood on the street. You just come out from inside there. What'd you see?
Nothing. Now we cleared it all.
What was it like when you were in there?
A couple of people shot. Yeah, for sure.
That's all right. It's all right. Well, appreciate it. You made it okay. All right. There's blood in the street. 15 really. He just said he carried 15 people out. Walk this way, guys. So you can see blood on the street. As they showed a little while ago out there, that is a cooler. You would normally see that inside somebody's business or home. Is blood all on the outside of that. For people at home who've been to Las Vegas, the airport is directly to my right. To my left is the Strip. There's the New York. We come down this way. You can see obviously the Hotel Row. We get to Luxor, get to Delano, and then there's the Mandalay Bay, the furthest major resort on the Strip. That's where they believe that the gunfire came from. Again, police are telling us right now that at least one suspect is down. They won't say if there are any more, if they believe there are any more. We're going to come this way some more, guys. This is Reno Street, and this is Giles Street. Corner of Reno Avenue and Giles Street. We're about a half block off the Strip and a half block or so, or maybe a full block north of Mandalay. You can see this is a law enforcement block off right here. Just to the south of them, you'll see some more flashing lights. That is where the main triage area was. Sir, did you just come out from inside? Can I ask you what you saw, what you heard? You were on stage?
I heard little rounds flying behind me and all.
What's your name?
My name is Mike.
Mike, sorry to meet you in these circumstances. Okay, you were on stage. Jason Aldean was singing. Tell me what happened.
Well, we heard a bunch of. Actually, it sounded like firecrackers in the beginning, and then it went off again after that. And then all of a sudden, everybody was running off the stage, and we hear shots coming from it looked like the southwest corner of where the stage, maybe like where Mandalay Bay was coming from. And now we're getting all these random reports. There's random shooters all over the place.
That's normal. Fluid
hotels. Right. But a lot of us have been saying this is a long time coming. And here we are with a sanctuary city. We have a lot of people with a lot of crazy ideas.
That guy just called it.
We won't get political here.
That guy just called it.
No. Yeah, I understand. Question for you. You were on stage. How many?
And listen, the Fox News controlling the info. Don't want to get political here. You just called it, buddy. I hope you're at some of the shows that I go to.
Or some kind of aid, something. Shots just kept ringing out here and there, and it's a mess.
Don't get political.
A lot of people that have been shot, 2 or 3 that I know of that have been shot.
I bet this is Islam.
Injured, trying to run out of there. It's horrible. It's horrible. This is disgusting. It makes me sick.
Sorry to make sure.
I bet it was Islam. This guy worked for the stages. He helped assemble the stages. This is probably Islam. Fox News told him not to get political. Well, I'm getting political here on this recording. I'm not even going to edit this one. I'm not going to clean it up or nothing. I'm just going to put it up as is. I may amplify my voice if you can't hear me at times. A sanctuary city, a shooting. He said we've been discussing it for a long time, and this has been a long time coming. At least the shooter's down, though.
One other shooter may have made it over to another hotel nearby. There's in fact a couple different hotels we heard that might have had shooters, including Tropicana. Cannot confirm any of that. We've been to these type of crime scenes before over the years, unfortunately. San Bernardino and others. The information changes by the minute. Very fluid. So we know what we know, which is 24 injured, 2 dead, shooter down, still more bodies down over there.
This recording's going into 34 minutes, so I need to stop it and start a new one.
From about 10:35, 10:40 on. I think I have another witness here coming up.
I'm going to wait till apart.
Over here, my name's Adam. Nice to meet you. Sorry for the circumstances. Were you in the concert?
I was.
What'd you see?
I didn't see anything. I just heard what sounded like gunfire, and then people on stage started scrambling, and everybody just kind of ran from that point.
Where'd you go?
I actually stayed local in the concert venue, hid behind a little table,
Right.
and until everybody cleared, SWAT came in and I left, and then I went out and started. There were a couple of bodies there, and started loading them into the back of a truck.
Were they dead?
I don't know if they were dead or not. One of them looked like she was probably dead, and the other 2, I'm not sure.
So you saw at least 3 people that have been shot.
Yes, and 2 more all over the sidewalk.
Whoever pulled this, you're going to pay, you disgusting animals.
I can't even imagine. We were down the street. We heard the sirens. We obviously didn't hear the gunfire, but I can't imagine what you're thinking, what you're feeling right now.
Yeah, it's kind of a blur. It's you just don't think it's going to happen, but
Fox News ain't letting them get political.
I will say the one thing you're probably the 20th person we spoke to who's come out who've tried to help people, which I know that kind of shows how Americans respond to stuff like this when in a time of crisis.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you do what you can. You do what you can. I mean, we're all together, red, white, blue, whatever. You try and help each other. So I pray that they.
And just watch. These knee-taking scoundrels that are trying to push a race war will actually be political now. They'll be patriotic again. They're going to get their patriotism back because of this terror attack. We've been all calling it. They're going to get their patriotism back.
Between this location, which is the main triage area, and where, as you can see, law enforcement set up a blockade.
But you know what? I'm going to say And I don't care what people think of me. I don't care if they call me awful. I don't care what. We're not going to put up with the NFL being patriotic after this.
Is where the concert venue was. It was obviously set up across the street from Mandalay. 3-day venue, country concert. Very popular. People come in. We've met from all over St. Louis, Canada, who've come in to see this concert. It was at the very end of the concert, roughly 10:15, Jen. About 10:15 or so.
I'm going to stop this recording right quick, and then I'll pick up again.
That's when the first gunfire was an hour ago, close to an hour ago, yeah, maybe a little more than that. I don't see police running around in tactical gear anymore in this area. I see them as if they, I don't say stand down. But
I'm turning my fan off. I should have turned it off earlier.
They've taken off that. They've put down the large rifles.
I don't know if I can or not. I may have to just put it on low.
So which leads me to believe, at least in this area, they believe they've got it under control.
There we go.
All sorts of reports, and you're going to be
It gets stuffy in this little room.
Hotels nearby. It's a quick run from Mandalay to Delano, for example. A quick run from Mandalay to Luxor, Tropicana to MGM, to Excalibur. They're all right here. This is the southern part of the strip. If you've been to Vegas, you've seen these hotels. You see them when you fly in, you see them when you fly out. And this is where this was all going on at this hour. There was a report when we first arrived that somebody may have made it to the Tropicana, but I don't see the police response here to warrant that as being a possibility, because I don't see the police in tactical gear, and I see the hotel open. I know one of our interns...
The hotel's open, and the police are out of their tactical gear, so obviously they've got the scumbag that done this.
A vehicle and hightailed to a hotel about 2 blocks from here, and they were in the basement closet with at least 20 other folks who were at that concert who just found cover and wanted to stay out and away and stay safe. Kelly, this is obviously a very changing situation. There are really no words to describe what we've seen. People walking out with blood all over their bodies, and that's not...
They always start changing the stories. It's time for the... Now that the shooter has been shot, it's time to start changing the stories.
People with blood on their bodies, not bloody from themselves, but from actually going back into the fray, into that pandemonium and bedlam to try to help fellow Americans. And many of them telling you precisely, Adam, that they were proud to be able to help.
Yes, and we are Americans. And if you was Muslims, we're going to keep on till we get you out of our country. Donald Trump better use this. If it was a Muslim attack, Trump better do this to toughen that band. No matter how many rages go on with the Democrats. We don't know the Democrats need to get out of here. They're the ones that's running Puerto Rico down there. They're the ones that's running Puerto Rico. It's time for the Democrats to go. In 2 years, kick them out. We got 1 year left now because we're about out of this one.
Whether it be San Bernardino at a Christmas party, whether it be a church in South Carolina, we don't know what this shooter is. We don't know if it's a male, a female. We don't know what color.
I bet he's male, and I bet he's Muslim. And I'm going to go on the record to say it. They're being politically correct.
Or they were maimed. We know that there are 2 dead for sure. I believe that number's going to go up just because I'm told there are people on the sidewalk over there that are covered up with tarps. Right where our camera view is. You're seeing those flashing ambulances? We were right down there maybe 2 minutes ago when we were talking to you. We've been told on the other side of those ambulances, and we don't want to walk over there for respect of both of those who lost their lives. But on the other side of those ambulances, there are bodies. So how many?
They claim there's bodies on the other side of the house.
I hope that the reports are wrong. But, you have people telling us 2, 3, 4, 5. Do those count in the 2 that we've already been told? We don't know. The numbers are going to change. Right now, 2 dead, 24 injured. Guarantee those numbers are going up. We've heard reports that police may have been shot. And this is fluid.
It's late tonight, so I'm going to stop my coverage right now. But I will update in either a podcast or something else. This is going to be a special report. And I'll close. Now, if you've listened to this afterwards, thank you for listening.